Hello! Was this a surprise to Milroe? Jalen Milroe has the respect of this Alabama football team, and everyone knows it. The redshirt junior returns to the quarterback position, envisioning an opportunity for success in the national championship. His leadership was instrumental in guiding the Crimson Tide to the Southeastern Conference title and a college football playoff appearance in 2023, despite being reserved for the third-week showdown against the University of South Florida. During his tenure as a starter, Milroe amassed impressive statistics, totaling 2,834 passing yards, 513 rushing yards, and 35 touchdowns. After dedicated off-season workouts, he demonstrates significant improvement in his quarterback skills. Your subscription is important to the channel, and you keep getting more Bama updates. Acclaimed five-star freshman, Caleb Odom, admires Milroe's leadership and charisma. The talented wide receiver praised his teammate in an interview with Roger Hoover of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. "Jalen is truly unique," expressed Odom. "He has an infectious sense of humor, but what I admire most about Jalen is his openness to newcomers. He's not one to keep a distance, thinking that rookies are too young to get involved. As soon as we arrived, he made sure to welcome us and include us. I remember how he and I used to joke around together. He made us feel like part of the team from the start. Getting to know him was an incredible experience. He's an exemplary leader and a great friend." Milroe introduced the acronym LANK, Let All Naysayers Know, which gained support among the players during the previous season. From the Ole Miss matchup to the end of the season, Milroe encouraged his teammates to give their best on the field. His on-field performance raises expectations for potential individual awards next season. Determined to achieve victory, Milroe is focused on making the Crimson Tide a formidable team in the first season under Kalen DeBoer's leadership. Still about Caleb Odom. He explains why he remained committed even with Nick Saban's retirement. Caleb Odom, a highly touted freshman from Carrollton, Georgia, initially joined the Crimson Tide as a tight end. Now, with his transition to wide receiver, he is seen as a valuable piece for the team in his first year. Although he had the option to follow the same path as his friend, something in Odom prevented him from leaving the team. His determination to compete at the highest level, combined with the support of a coaching staff that encourages him to achieve excellence, kept him committed to the program. Odom had a notable performance in the spring and has the opportunity to become one of Alabama's top targets, following in the footsteps of greats like Julio Jones. In an interview with Roger Hoover of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, Odom explained his decision to stay in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He stated that he chose Alabama because he believed it was the place where he could fulfill his dream of reaching the NFL. Coach Saban's recent retirement raised questions about Odom's future in the program, but his loyalty remains unwavering. And that's very good for everyone at Bama. He loves the atmosphere at Bama, did you see? That could help him actually come to Alabama. Let's talk a bit more about London Simmons. He's a promising athlete and showed his commitment to environmental preservation during his recent visit to Alabama, a trip that took him to the city of Tuscaloosa last Friday, preceding an official visit scheduled for next June. Recognized as one of the top defensive line prospects for the 2025 recruiting class, Simmons, who currently attends Hartfield Academy in Flowood, Mississippi, boasts a 3-star rating on various sports recruiting portals. His first immersion in the Alabama scene since receiving an offer from the prestigious Crimson Tide in April provided him with a valuable opportunity to interact with coaching staff and players. "The atmosphere was incredible," shared Simmons. "The team as a whole is exceptional. I'm in love with the environment." During the visit, the talented athlete had the opportunity to exchange insights with Alabama's defensive line coach, Freddie Roach, during a training session. "It was inspiring to watch his dedication in training," Simmons revealed in an interview with Touchdown Alabama. Additionally, Simmons had a meeting with Kalen DeBoer, leaving a positive impression on the coach. "He's a person of great stature, but with remarkable humility," Simmons praised DeBoer. "It's very easy to communicate with him." Simmons' achievements in his junior campaign didn't go unnoticed, with an impressive 80 tackles, 25 tackles for loss, and 15 sacks. His ability to disrupt opposing plays from the outset of progression was widely recognized and commended. With plans to return to Alabama for an official visit on the weekend of June 14, Simmons demonstrates his interest and commitment to the athletic and academic program offered by the Crimson Tide. University of Georgia coach Kirby Smart continues to shine in the American college football scene, especially when it comes to the success of his team's players in the NFL draft. While the legendary retired coach of the University of Alabama, Nick Saban, is acclaimed for his ability to produce elite talent for the NFL, Smart is approaching his mentor in terms of numbers and impact. The recent NFL draft saw Alabama produce 10 picks, raising Saban's total to 133 in his 17 seasons leading the Crimson Tide, a record at the time. However, despite this impressive legacy, Smart has surpassed Saban in terms of talent production for the professional league. With 8 players selected in the 2024 NFL Draft, Smart has accumulated a total of 63 players chosen during his 8 seasons as Georgia's coach. Comparatively, in Saban's first 8 years at Alabama, he had 48 players drafted. While Saban holds the record for most first-round picks in the NFL Draft, with a total of 52 throughout his career, Smart is quickly closing in. With 17 first-round picks so far in his career as Georgia's coach, he has equaled the number Saban had in his first 8 years at Alabama. The 2024 draft saw 2 Georgia players, tight end Brock Bowers and offensive tackle Amarius Mims, selected in the first round. Meanwhile, Alabama had 3 players chosen in the first round, marking the end of Saban's career with the Crimson Tide. Though Smart still has a long way to go to surpass Saban's legacy, his rise as one of the top coaches in the SEC and the national scene is evident. He acknowledges Saban's influence and intelligence but is also determined to leave his own mark on the sport. In a recent interview, Smart shared his humble perspective on his position in college football, highlighting that he doesn't seek to be seen as the face of the sport, but rather as someone committed to helping players and the game as a whole. While he has not yet achieved Saban's status, Smart is determined to continue elevating his program. Now, I believe that Coach DeBoer can be inspired and produce great players for Bama too. What do you think? Commenting is important.